it is Brooke with the Junk Parlor. Welcome to my channel. So we're starting off 2025 pretty good. I first went to the Brass Armadillo, which I hadn't been to in forever. And although I spent a little bit more like per item than I typically do, I am so happy with the things that I came home with, and there's a couple things that I still have my eye on. But I'm considering this really my first outing of 2025, and we are gonna hit up some Goodwill stores. So I live in Ankeny, Iowa, and my local Goodwill is pretty good, but compared to a lot of Goodwills, I really feel like it's small. So they have mainly clothing, and then they do have a few shelves of items, hard goods, things that I like, but really there's not a whole lot of inventory. So there are numerous times that I go in there and I come out empty-handed, and what's there to film if there's nothing good on the shelves? So a lot of times I don't take you with me, but today I'm gonna take you with me for better or worse, fingers crossed for better. And then we're also gonna head over to the Goodwill in Johnston because it's not that far from me, and it is typically a good one. Kind of the same thing, it's on the smaller side, maybe a little bit bigger than Ankeny, but typically they have probably twice as many shelves out with hard goods as the one in Ankeny. So we're gonna hit those both up. And then we're gonna kind of see how we go. If we have struck gold, we'll come home. If we haven't, we're gonna hit up some more thrift stores. Let's go. In the front, they normally put a few things, but what in the world? Kind of looks old until you look at the glitter dress. Very interesting. This little couple's $11.99. So when I say Ankeny Goodwill doesn't have a lot of stuff, hard good stuff, this is it. Now this could be cute. A little whale crayon holder. I don't think I've seen one this shape before. Normally they're like the goblets. They've got $1.99 on it. I think somebody just spray painted these faux apples, but I like them this color. Good gift idea. $3.99 for the glass cheese board. All right, let's see what these look like. Got a crack or stain? They're new. This looks, oh, that one's all scratched up really bad. But it is Pyrex, a white and black. See these pictures a lot. This one's nice and heavy. They have $7.49 on it, which just seems like a lot. Plus, I think it's hard to actually use them because if I can hardly hold it with nothing in it, how am I going to pour something when there is something in it? This has been in here a while now. It is just a vintage enamel pitcher. You can see, but somebody has like done some textured spray paint on it or something. There's only two, but these look old. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I saw these because I'm doing a project for Hello Iowa this month, and I needed some like canvas things like this. Hopefully they're like stupid cheap because I'm doing this project for Hello Iowa and then doing a blog post about it. And then these will probably never get used by myself. Maybe I'll give them to my sister for her kids' rooms. So saw those, and then I love the color of this dress. It even still has the tags on it. BTFBM, never even heard of that company before, but it wouldn't look good on me, but it's beautiful. And then this caught my eye. I think I might have to get it. It's cute and ugly. This reminds me of Cracker Barrel. Not old, but caught my eye. Interesting. $5.49. Wow, I can't even read. Maryland, China, Japan. The lid's about impossible to put on and off since it doesn't have a little holder. What would that be used for? Is that an ashtray? Interesting little craft project. Thought they were actually stuck to that, but I don't think they are. So what are these made out of? I think they're newer and somebody is painting them. This is pretty for fall. Mine, definitely older. Interesting chunk. It's like not a perfect cut. This shelf isn't bad, but it does have some damage right here. Some of the veneers popped off. They got $3.49 on it. Oh, here's a smaller one. I thought it might be cheaper, but it's not. It's also $3.99. My grandma had this. This is the one in the corner. I do like the blue frames. $5.59 each. I have been switching out all of my Tupperware to these Pyrex bowls, but those don't have lids. This little silver tray with the brass handles, $1.49. What's this say? Made in the USA. Something with a K. I do have some clipboards. These are always just a good way to like hang art because you can swap out the picture really easily. But none of these look very old. I don't think that comforter's actually, or the cover's actually old, but first glance it seemed like it might. I don't know. Pretty to drape at the end of the bed. I got some good pillows here. Really like that one. Little lumbar. You could take it off and wash it. It's just polyfilled. This is another nice one. This is another nice one. This one also you can unzip. This was so soft and I loved the color, but it was an extra large and I think it's just too big for me. I am not that into oversized clothing like my teenage daughter. I'm not really sure mustard is my color, but this sweater seems so stretched out in all of the wrong places, so I left it. Cute just because of the ducks. Okay. This is different. It's marked, but it doesn't really look like a signature. It looks like just some lines. $2.49. I think it's chipped a little bit. It's so different. Okay, this looks interesting. I think it is a hanging wine bottle rack. Let's just go ahead and pull it out. This is for lids.
inside your cabinet. I think I might actually like something like that. So far, there's a whole lot of nothing here. TJ Maxx. It's very interesting that they are selling this whole tote for $20. So you've got, it's like 2 punch bowls, one newer, one older, some bowls, one candlestick holder, a butter platter, some cups. I'm really surprised they didn't separate that out.
All right, guys, we made it back from shopping at Goodwill. I went to 3 Goodwill stores today. I went to Ankeny, Johnston, and then one on Euclid, which I think is Des Moines, Iowa. And I will put the addresses down in the description if you want to go. Now it's time to see what I came home with. Yeah, I didn't come home with a lot. Not that there wasn't stuff there, but there wasn't really stuff there that I wanted to resell. When I moved to Ankeny from Centerville, I had a brick and mortar in Centerville, and Ankeny I do not. I had a lot of more inventory in Centerville. I have less here in Ankeny. How I sell is different now that we've moved. And basically on the website, initially I was trying to have everything be $20 or more. The reason being because if I put a $5 item on there or a $50 item on there, it takes me the same amount of energy to market that item, to get it listed on the website, to pack it, ship it, probably the same cost of shipping supplies, credit card fees, etc., etc. And so the reason or the goal was to have it be $20 or more. Well, what happened was I kind of got to the end of my stuff, or I got caught up on putting things on the website. And when I moved, I sold most things, but I did bring some things with me. And some of those things are cheaper, more inexpensive things. So now that I have a better system for uploading things to the website, that's my #1 mode of selling things now. I have slowly started trickling in those cheaper things that moved with me that I don't just want to go donate to Goodwill. So I've been trying to reprogram my brain to buying more expensive things, higher ticket items, because I'm selling on the website. Before 2019, I was selling on a Facebook Live, and I was selling $1 items even, because somebody might buy, most people that bought on a live would buy like 5, 10, 20 things. So you're Tetrising those in a box. It's not as much time, it's not as much packing material. So it's okay to have a $2 thing with a $10 thing with a $30 thing with a $5 thing. It evened out more. But when people buy off the website, I feel like they're searching specifically for a thing. And so I have a lot more one item sales, not like somebody's gonna go to the website and buy 10 or 20 things. So my strategy has changed a lot. That means that in my Goodwill shopping, I only came home with those $3.59 canvases, fake plastic canvases at that were originally from At Home. I originally picked 3 up in the video, but I decided I'm only gonna do 2 because I'm seriously not gonna use these anywhere. They're literally for a blog post and for my Hello Iowa, what do you even call it? Presentation. Hello Iowa is a TV show here locally that I get to share on once a month. So a lot of times it's a DIY project, or it could be tips on thrifting or decorating your house, using vintage, styling, whatever. And so I had many years ago, Cash is a sophomore in high school, and I bet I got these when he was like in 5th or 6th grade, with the idea of I got these thrifting, so they were green, probably had flowers on them, and I painted them black, which is what I will do to the 2 that I just got. And then what I'm going to do for the project, which I will share on my blog, and all that stuff is linked down in the description. You know, like X's and O's for football, I'm gonna do that on here. And that is just great decor for a boys' room, a football player's room. You could probably do X's and O's for basketball too. We're a wrestling family. But I needed more so that I could document and have more examples and things to take with me to Hello Iowa and then for the blog. So I ended up buying these, and I was pleasantly surprised because even though I really didn't want to spend $3.59 on this, I think that's too much, but all the thrift stores had them for about this price. There was a small one, a couple small ones at a place that were $2, but you know, this ended up being like the normal price. So that is literally all I got. But not to disappoint you, I wanted to go ahead. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I have already for 2025 went and walked through Brass Armadillo, and I'm telling you, I went on a Saturday, and I don't think I've ever gone on a Saturday in my life, and I will never go on a Saturday again, because there were a lot of people, and it was like, you try and speed up and then someone else speeds up. You try and slow down and they slow down. And so it's like you're constantly with people and not even really able to shop the booths. So I do want to show you what I picked up at Brass. We are starting 2025 out also where when I post these videos, the items are already going to be over on the website. So you can go over to thejunkparlor.com and shop there for the items that are available. Sometimes I will keep things for a while. Maybe I'm wanting to make a collection or do a certain vignette, or I want to keep it for myself. And then, you know, maybe later on it will get put on the website. But what I picked up at Brass were two old antique Bibles. I think it was $5 and $4. They're kind of falling apart, but I love my old antique Bibles. I do have a few already listed on the website, so they're all kind of varying conditions and sizes, and these both have quite a few bookmarks. I haven't even flipped through them because they were in Ziploc bags, but can't go wrong with a Bible. Probably on Instagram and Facebook. I think Facebook, I have like 3.5 million views of a reel where I used a crazy quilt as a shower curtain, and I've shared it on here before. It's on a YouTube short too. It just didn't do very well on the YouTube short. I found this crazy quilt blanket at Brass, and it is a very similar style with the fan. I don't know exactly what you call it, but I think this is a fan pattern, and I just loved it. It's not in perfect condition, but I'm okay with that. And I liked the back pattern as well. And so I picked this up probably to keep at least for a little bit. I think I'm gonna fold it up and put it behind our couch. So when you walk in from the front door, we have a sectional. There's a seam right there where the two pieces meet up. And I like to keep that covered with a blanket. And so I think I'm gonna swap out the yellow one that I currently have and use this one instead. This I actually picked up thrifting also. It is crazy, crazy soft. So I went ahead and I'm folding the crazy quilt into thirds so that we have a finished fold and we have a finished fold. So that last piece is not going as far over as the fold so that you don't see this raw edge. So it took a little bit of finagling because I ended up having to fold it a little bit because it was too long and was gonna drag on the couch. And Bella was going psycho because a delivery man was here. So she's calming down. And then very random, not necessarily my normal thing. I don't really know why I was attracted to this so much. I think it's probably because it's what I call bedazzled, and I'm not very good at bedazzling things. It's like not a natural for me. I get lots of compliments on my styling, which is natural for me, but like bedazzling things, not so much. So this is a beautiful silver candlestick holder with some glass piece married to it. The rusty, dirty ribbon wrapped around it and this little flower. Then they stuck a flower frog on it and stuck some skeleton keys in it for a picture holder, which I can totally envision. And honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm taking out all of these skeleton keys and I'm gonna have those listed on the website. And then I wanna find a cool old photo. This is all stuck with fabric. A cool old photo and stick it in here and then sell it together. So this might not go on the website until I find a picture to marry with it, but the keys will be on there. And I'm gonna do a bundle of keys because I already have some skeleton keys listed. I have learned, the longer that I've been reselling, the more I have learned to just trust my instincts. So the quilt was a little bit more high dollar than I would normally spend, but I thought, I mean, technically I could be using my Christmas money because I am gonna keep that. But this picture, I don't think the matting is necessarily age appropriate to the frame, but look at the frame. The only flaw is right here in this corner. And I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. So I wanna say that I paid like $25 for it. And I really think that I could sell it for more. But look at the picture. It's hard because we have so much reflection, but it's a girl with all of her dolls. Isn't that weird? But the back of it has a nice wood frame, and I just think that it is a gorgeous piece. So I just trusted my instincts and went ahead and spent a little bit more and bought it. Another time that I trusted my instincts was on this frosted glass piece. So it looks like someone maybe came in and married this to it. Like it almost doesn't look original, yet it does. And I Google imaged it with like 20 different pictures because I wanted to know if this was original or not. And so what it is, and I'll probably have to write it down here because I'm not gonna be able to remember, but it is a built-in flower frog essentially. It had the word bridal in it, so it's something bridal. But I just thought it is gorgeous and it is so unique. There is like some dark marks, but I'm guessing I can get a bottle brush down there and get that cleaned, or hopefully some vinegar will wash it out. There's no maker's mark on it, but it is so cool. Okay, so I know Goodwill was a bust and I'm sorry about that. It doesn't mean that I don't ever have success at Goodwill. I just didn't today. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the project I'm gonna be doing on the blog and for Hello Iowa, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the stuff I got at Brass Armadillo, which those things that will be for sale will be over on the website at thejunkerparlor.com. Thanks for watching.